Big fights, big reactions. This very big to me. Let's go. Hey, let's go. My brother, how are you? How are you doing? Brother, big KOs, big W's. Do 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 do. Where the hell did I put that? Oh, it's right there. Alright, I missed so many fights, bro. I had to dip. I missed too many fights, bro. Gaziev in the Shadow Realm, brother. Yeah, do you see Tagir got sent to the Shadow Realm? Dude, he got kicked and submitted. Go sleep, brother. Go sleep. Hey, brother. Go sleep, brother. KSI and I Show Speed in the house. They get literally no pop from the crowd. Nice. KSI and Speed genuinely got zero pop from the crowd. None of these Qataris know who KSI is. What other happened? What else happened? Let's pull up my topology. See how good I went on picks. Dude, how come my picks never save? That's so weird. My picks never save. That's so weird. Molly, Barbara Blanchfield, Usman Buckley. 9. That's the best card. I went 9 for 13 on Usman versus Buckley card. I did pretty good on that card. I'm not hyped at all for 323. It's terrible. He's retired to become a professional food critic like Keith Lee. It's actually crazy to see how good Acosta's striking is and how Rebellis got to completely dominate him on the feet. Rip Gaziev. Dude. Wait. Waldo Cortez Acosta vs Robelis de Spain. Oh, yeah, that's when he dominated him. Yeah. Dominated. I'm coming for you, salsa boy. I know black. I Dominican. I know black. Hey, papi. I know black. Tagir lost to the Yakuza boss. Do you remember how scared he looked against Rebellis on the feet? Yeah, because Rebellis is good on the feet, bruh. He is good. Look what he's doing in good old karate combat. First time seeing 3 Dagestanis losing in a fight card. It's probably not the first time seeing 3 Dagestanis lose on a fight card. It's definitely happened. I mean, Muslim Salikov's a Dagestani who loses all the time. Tagir loses all the time. So many of Dagestanis lose all the time, bro. Are you guys hyped for 223? I'm not hyped at all for 223. I mean, it's kind of a trash event. Like a bunch of flyweights and bantamweights and a bunch of like Apex guys just fighting on that card. Like it's such a trash event. Uncle Ive loses all the time. He's lost 1 time. He's only legitimately lost 1 time. The Paul Craig, you cannot count fights against Paul Craig. Paul Craig fights. Justin Gaethje talks about his fight with Max Holloway was an exhibition. Anytime anybody's fighting Paul Craig, it's an exhibition fight. They not losing every time like that, man. Yeah, I know, but we have a couple good Dagestanis, you know, like Islam. Another like high level Dagestani, like a Dagestani that can be champ, is like Islam and Umar. Those are the 2 best Dagestanis. All the other Dagestanis are really mid. Tagir, mid. Usman Nurmagomedov, mid. Muslim Salikov, mid. And the thing with these Dagestanis, you don't realize they're Dagestanis because half the time they're representing like different countries. Like they do the same thing in wrestling. They'll go into wrestling and they'll be representing Bahrain. They'll be because they get paid by these people. You know, Uncle Ive's pretty good too. Saeed loses all the time. right? Saeed Nurmagomedov, he loses all the time. He's not great. I love him though. I love. Saeed Nurmagomedov is one of my favorite fighters. Saeed Nurmagomedov is one of my favorite fighters. His fight with oh, what's his name? Saeed versus Vinicius Oliveira. That was a good ass fight. Bryce? No, not Bryce, bro. Um, Vinicius Oliveira. Vinicius Oliveira. Who Vinicius Oliveira did my brother very dirty. My Albanian brother who also trains with us and Chimaev. His name was Brendaro Sopaj. He flying knee KO'd Brendaro Sopaj. The unstoppable machine, mate. Absolutely unstoppable, mate. Bryce was hugging all fight. I know he was yeah, I know, because Tagir was freaking wobbling him left and right, bro. Not Tagir. Not Tagir. Saeed. Bernardo, not Brendaro. Same thing. Like, so what? You know who I'm talking about. Is it really that much of an issue? Absolute grammar Nazi, bro. I hate grammar Nazis. Absolute trash pay-per-view. God damn. How come the events aren't loading? Alright, here we go, here we go. Boys, look at this. Look how trash this is. Merab Pyotryan. This is a nothing fight. We know the winner. Merab should be like a minus 1 million. Because it is impossible for Merab to lose. We also know who's going to win this fight. Pantoja will absolutely run through Joshua Van, and it will not be close. We also know who's going to win this one. Brandon Moreno will run through Tatsuro Taira. We also know who's going to win this one. Peyton Tabbitt will run through Henry Cejudo. This is the first fight we don't know who's going to win. Jan Blachowicz or Bogdan Guskov. Jan could win, but I don't know. Grant Dawson, we know who's going to win this one. Grant Dawson's going to destroy him. We know who's going to win this one. Chris Duncan. We don't care about this one, to be honest. This one's an interesting fight. This is an interesting fight. This is an interesting fight. This is, I mean, okay, Ibo Aslan. The only reason he's still in the UFC is because he's from Turkey, and you have a bunch of Turkish simps in Turkey. You also have, who is this guy? This guy's only in the UFC because he's dating the champion at 115. That's the only reason he's here. And then this, I mean, this guy looks like he's Michael Jackson. This guy looks like Michael Jackson's had a kid in Brazil. Like what this guy looks exactly like my This is what this guy's about to say. You just said you were friends with the guy. You didn't know his name, talking about grammar Nazi, you Israelite. I'm actually transitioning. I'm no longer Jewish. I'm black Hebrew Israelite. That's my Dan pulled out. You're not gonna get me, bro. He did not pull out. Tyra wins. Cejudo wins. Neither of those. Tatsuro Taira, the guy who lost to Brandon Royval, the guy who got dominated by Brandon Royval, is going to lose to the best 125-pound fighter there is in the UFC right now, Brandon Moreno. Brandon Moreno is better than Pantoja. He's better than every flyweight in the division. He's the best flyweight right now. And you think Tatsuro Taira beats him? I'm willing to bet you money that Brandon Moreno beats Tatsuro Taira. I'll bet you a light 40. I'll bet you a 40. Diener, I'll bet you 40. I'll bet you 40. Royval dominated Moreno. Oh, really? I didn't know holding someone against the cage and doing nothing in the clinch is domination. I didn't know that. I didn't know that that's what domination meant. It was in Mexico City. It was in Mexico City at high elevation where Brandon Moreno wasn't able to use his full abilities because he was at elevation and didn't have the proper training regimen. He didn't have the proper training regimen going into that fight. If they were to rematch, Moreno destroys him easily. boxes him, pieces him up on the outside, leg kick, 1-2 down the pipe, drops him, follows him down to the ground, hits him 2 times. Brandon Royval tries to get up to his feet, gets to his knees, but Brandon Moreno sees that. He notices it. He notices it, goes to the back, sinks in that rear naked, and puts him out of there. They say, maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but one day I will be UFC champion, man. Dan Hooker was hired by an Iranian. They got bombers? An Iranian? Okay. Okay, we have Jack Hermansson's corpse taking on the primitive man in Orably. Jack Hermansson should have a loss to Chimaev on his record. They had a grappling match, and Jack Hermansson lost. So it really, I mean, if that was an MMA fight, Chimaev would have either knocked him out, like he's way better on the feet, and he would have dominated on the ground. So I kind of want Jack Hermansson to be on Chimaev's resume as a fight. Diddy booty dag, let's go. I think Jack Hermansson should have stayed at middleweight. Like, this guy just lost to he lost to G-Rod, who's good. Like, you know. Jack got no technique. I think his technique is so mid. I think he could submit Orably, but he's got to catch him in like round 3 when Orably's slowing down. Orably shoots like a really bad takedown. That's the only way Jack Hermansson can win, is like a really bad takedown. And you know what I knew? You know what I didn't know about Volkan Oezdemir? Dude, this guy cannot fight in the U.S. for some reason. Why can Volkan Oezdemir not fight in the U.S.? Volkan Oezdemir can't fight in USA. Why can't he fight? Volkan Oezdemir is able to fight in the U.S. and has done many times. The suggestion that he cannot stems from past legal issues and visa complications while temporary lower bar. 2017, Oezdemir was arrested in Florida in November 2017 following an August barroom altercation where he was charged with second-degree felony battery. His team maintained he acted in self-defense. This legal situation created uncertainty about his ability to travel to the fight in the U.S. Oh. Interesting. Dan Hooker needs to set off his backpacks near KSI. I would not recommend him doing so. I would not recommend that. Because KSI, I mean, dude, you can't hate on KSI. You can't hate on KSI, man. Who's the GOAT after 322? The GOAT, the best fight, the GOAT? GSP. Like, what? GSP. GSP did the exact same thing as Islam, except way more fights. He solidified himself as the GOAT at 170. He had more title defenses at his weight class. And then he moved up and fought at 185 and became champion at 185. You know, Islam, you know, had a couple fights at 155, right? Never really fought the toughest of toughies, right? GSP always fought the toughies of toughies. And then GSP moved up. Islam just moved up because he didn't feel like making weight cuts. You know, he was also way bigger than JDM. He's probably been a welterweight. I mean, yeah, been a welterweight the whole time. Who's second? I'm probably going with second best fighter of all time, greatest of all time. I feel like there's only one option here. I'm going with Mike Mallet. I'm going with Mike Mallet number 2. Then I'm going with Marc-Andre Barriault 3. Then I'm probably gonna go Jasmine Jasdavicius. Then Jillian Robertson. Then I'm probably going Rory McDonald. Then I'm probably gonna go with Kyle Nelson. And then I'm probably going to go with Anshul Jabli. He's Canadian, honorary, ethnic Canadian. India owns you. I'm so happy Jew girl Juger lost. Tagir? Bro, Tagir is not Jewish, bro. He's quite the opposite. I'm pretty sure he was a part of... Bro. If you know the history of, Dagestan, you know these guys are definitely not friendly towards the Jews, brother. We all know what side they were on, you know? Muslims are low-key Jews. Yeah, they're pretty similar. They're pretty similar, I'd say. I love you. I'll be back. Ian versus Bilal. Yeah, that's a big fight. That's a big fight. That's kind of the fight I'm looking forward to. I'll have to get some coffee for that one. I'm a little sleepy deepy. I'm a little sleepy deepy for some weird reason. Did a lot today. Dude, why is Garam a ref here? Why is he touching up on little JH? How'd y'all feel about Tagir losing? Yikes. Kind of wanted to see Islam crash out a little bit more, but he was in the corner, staying calm. You hate Tagir? Why, bruh? Why, bruh? I wanted to see MMA Joey's reaction, then I realized he's just stupid. Run to me, confess your love. Run to me, confess your love. Braza. Umar versus Alexandre Topuria. I think that's fire. Umar Alexandre Topuria. I didn't pick him though. Me neither. I mean, could you really plan on picking that? I mean, how good am I doing? How am I doing? Okay, I got one. Wait, that's not Magnus picked. Bro, who actually picked? This is crazy. 1 right, 2 right, 3 right, 4 right, 6 right, 7 right, 8 right. I'm 8 and 1, 2, 3. I'm 8 and 3? No, am I tripping? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3. I'm 7 and 3. 7 and 3 so far. Let's see this. Look how big Jack is compared to Orblai. Either Jack is going to be a huge welterweight or Orblai is just a tiny, scrawny little lightweight. Orblai moving Jack Hermanson back to the cage. Jack landing a good jab, though. Leg kick from Orblai, that's huge. That you can tell those leg kicks are already doing damage. But the stomach of... Ooh, nice leg kick back from Jack. Ooh, they're getting scrappy here. Let's trade. Trade right now. Do it. To the body by Orblai gets touched with a jab. But his face is so flat already. Jabs don't affect him. You got to cut Orblai up with like an elbow or something. Deep to the body by Jack. Ooh, big overhand miss by Orblai. Big overhand land for Orblai. Orblai here in the pressure. Jab eaten by Orblai. His face is getting busted up. And Jack doing his usual thing. This is why Chris Curtis got so mad fighting Jack. But he was just running around. Spinning back fist. Orblai misses. Orblai might be looking for a takedown here. I think he clipped Jack. This is backing him up to the cage. Orblai swinging huge overhands that are nowhere close. Orblai's going to gas himself out here. They go into the clinch. Nice knee to the body by Jack. They break. Run to me, confess your love and hear down. Lucky from Ulebru. Big sweet stunts overheen by Ulebru. What is Orblai doing? This guy's literally swinging big overhands into the clinch. Oh my gosh. How are you getting out-techniqued by Orblai? Oh, big overhand lands by Orblai. But Jack just eats it. Is Orblai above GSP? Bro, GSP would destroy Orblai. Like, he would take Orblai down. Oh, what? What just happened? Oh my, he sent Jack Hermanson into a literal seizure. What? That didn't even hit him. That barely hit him. He literally just touched him. Touched him and the this guy activated his alt ability. Orblai activated his alt. Seizure inducing punch. Right on the ear. And then that clipped him. That didn't even land that hard. That just clipped him. That was just an alt. He genuinely just alted. Look at this. Look at this. The two went past his head. What? Am I tripping? Just how good is Chris Curtis? Terrible. Chinned him, but like, that didn't land. And it sent him into to a full-on seizure. That's interesting. I mean, okay. Yet Orblai decision. Why would you have Orblai decision? Everybody knows. If you're picking Orblai, you're going KO. Because Jack has, yes, you're tripping. SMH eardrum probably popped. What is this guy? What are you talking about? Eardrum popped. Buddy, that's not how that works. This isn't Krav Maga, man. This ain't Krav Maga. That shit don't works. Discombobulate. There's no such thing as Diener. There's no such thing as discombobulate. Orblai hit him with the discombobulate. actual Krav Maga used. Didn't know I was streaming. Yeah, I just started like 20 minutes ago. I was busy. I was making some dessert for tonight. Making some kadaif. Kadaif. Fire food. Run with me, confess your love and discombobulate. Dude, that's such a funny thing. I think that's one of the funniest things. Discombobulate. Ryan Loader is so ass. Yeah, I don't know. Dude, if you genuinely picked Ryan Loader to win, dog, you are a fucking idiot, lad, eh? You're just an absolute idiot, you know that, eh? I do not want to listen to Orblai, to be honest. Ryan Loader's fucking ass, lad, eh? But fucking whatever that fucking name is, you know, eh? What's his name? Luke Riley, lad, eh? This guy went out there, fucking popped him with the jab and then KO'd him with that lead hook, you know that, eh, lad, eh? Oh, come on. What's next for Orblai? Do Orblai versus Carlos Leal. I want to see a Carlos Leal comeback. See if his chin is recovered. Leal might chin him. Yeah, I think the pace of Leal would definitely. I think it would melt Orblai, but Orblai could chin him in round one. So that's why I think it's a good fight. It could be two drastic outcomes. Because Leal's on steroids. He's on EPO, 100%. Want to me confess? Okay. Orblai speaking enchantment table. I kind of don't really care about this in a way. Okay, this guy's in full Gucci outfits in the crowd. Disgusting, way. Norwegian? Who? Jack or Manson? I actually believe he's Swedish. Is he not? Did I not see Jack or Manson with a Swedish flag? Did I not see Jack or Manson with the Swedish flag, man? What watch does Bisping have? Mad Drip? I don't know. What does he have? That is a. That is the Omega Collateral Expansion 3 of the subset 2 section of the very latest 2024 distribution model of Kunstmanskara, their latest brand of watch, bro. Why are you asking me as if I know what watch Bisping has? Like, what? Come on. I don't know watches. It is a dope watch, though. I wouldn't mind. But I want Islam's watch. You see Islam's watch? It's like 500 bands, bro. $500,000 watch Islam had. You're in the Qatar. You're not in Qatar. You are not. JK, I'm in Dag's vagina. Yep, you are actually not in my vagina. I could check right now. Patek Philippe? Damn, Arman's got a good watch too. He was wearing a Patek Philippe watch at the press conference. Rose gold, $150,000 watch. Insane, absolutely insane. Welcome back, Gooch. Order Gucci. Can we start calling her Gucci Gooch? Dude, I think Gooch could definitely give Pantoja a run for his money. Yeah, Islam's baby blue Richard Mill. Nah, was it the baby blue? Islam watch. I was thinking the white one. Dude, the white one. Islam Makhachev. Islam Makhachev watch. Was it the baby blue one? It was the no. It was the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak. It was the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak, bro. That one genuinely looks insane. Genuinely looks insane. But apparently the baby blue Richard Mill, that looks cool, but I like the other one better. Yeah, let's see your watch collection. I have a Casio. I have a Casio silver one. I have a Casio black one. I also have a I want to get the same watch as Islam, bro. Garmin. Bro, his cheapest watch in his collection is 1.5K, bro. What? I was looking at his watch. I saw Garmin. I'm like, Garmin watches aren't that expensive, bro. 1.1K for a dude. All from Jewish store. Yeah, probably. Or Islam also has a Richard Mille Sebastian Auger. It's a black one. Damn. $1 million Richard Mille. $1 million Richard Mille. Bro, what? I need this, bro. I need this. That's insane. I know how you could get addicted to buying watches, dude. I know how you could get addicted to buying watches. All right, who do we have next? Who's up next? Is that Özdemir? Özdemir next versus, I don't even know his fucking opponent, lad, eh? Oh, he's fighting Alonso Menifield, I think, you know, eh? And then we're moving on to Bilal versus Ian Gary. That's absolutely amazing, you know, eh? Nasty KO from Luke Riley. Run to me, confess your love, and I'll be sad. I think Özdemir's winning this one. Let's get a poll. Dude, I wish YouTube was like Twitch. I really wish YouTube was like Twitch, where you get to do like the betting thing. You could like get points from a channel and like bet on it. That'd be so much better. Who wins? Özdemir or Menifield. I think a lot of people are going to be picking Menifield, but I think a lot of people are underrating Özdemir here. No, you picked... You picked Özdemir. You picked... Magnus picked Özdemir. I picked Özdemir. Everybody's picking Özdemir. Okay. All right. I want an Audemars Piguet Royal Oak, but it's 55K. Yeah, I know you're never going to be able to afford that unless you sell your taco shop. Maybe you could get a watch for your from your taco shop. Dag register the name. No. Dude, I thought Bilal's name was Bully. I thought it was Bilal Bully Muhammad, not Bilal remember the name. Dude, how does it come that there's no brawl? There's Tapuria, Paddy, Arman, Islam. They're all having beef with each other. Probably because the UFC knows this and they're like, yeah, let's not have a Chimaev Holland, Chimaev Diaz experience. So they're probably focusing on keeping Tapuria, Paddy, Arman, and Islam all away from each other. But Islam doesn't have beef. Who does Islam have? Islam has beef with Tapuria, but he doesn't have beef with Arman or Paddy. Paddy has beef with Tapuria and Arman. Arman and Tapuria, they don't really have beef. I don't think they have beef. They're both... Arman was born in Georgia, so he's practically Georgian, right? Tapuria was born in Germany and grew up in Spain. Arman's more Georgian than Tapuria. Let's be honest. This guy was born there. And he grew up in Armenia, which is like just right near Georgia. And so it's like, I don't think there's real beef between Arman and Tapuria. The video with the duck? Yeah, I know, but that's just a video though. Ilya and Paddy have genuinely... Paddy's made fun of the bombings going on in Georgia. You know what I mean? Bilal on the list Muhammad. Yeah. Bilal no fly list Muhammad. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. That's more of a Habib No fly list. Bilal is also there. Bilal doesn't have any problems. Although, I'm pretty sure he did come out and say he would fight Islam. Run to me, confess your love, and I will say. No, he didn't. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. He said on like TMZ or something. Thought he said on TMZ. He says he wants to smash Ian Gary and get the belt. Said he's open to fighting Islam. On a TMZ interview that just came out like 10 hours ago. So that would have been like what? 4 o'clock in the morning? Run to me, confess your love, and now me say. Tapurio was shooting on Bilal. He would not shoot on Bilal. It's a bit odd when they fight, when the fights end early. What do you mean when the fights end early? What fights? Run to me, confess your love, and now me say. I think Uzdemir's going to destroy him. I think we're about to see an early KO for Volkan Uzdemir. I think he's going to back Alonzo Manyfield up, load up that right hand. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. I think Uzdemir's going to hit him with that classic jab, load up, overhand, get him covering up with the guard, then the uppercut, then the straight. So look at this. Jab, overhand, uppercut, straight. And I think he's going to take him out with that combo up against the cage. Watch it happen. And then he's going to follow up with a big meaty hook. Boom. To a ground opponent. Run to me, confess your love. Manyfield. I think one of my favorite fights is an Alonzo Manyfield fight. I think Alonzo Manyfield versus what's his name? Alonzo Manyfield versus Jimmy Crute is one of like my favorite fights of all time. That was on the Volk Islam 1 card, and dude. That was one of the best fights I've ever watched. Just because it was pure chaos. Jimmy Crute was on like wobbly legs for like 2 rounds. And Alonzo Manyfield couldn't get him out of there. It was a draw. Yair looks like a middleweight? Yair? What do you mean Yair? Where's Yair? Where do you see Yair? Look how big his shoulders are. God damn, look at those traps too. On the crowd, I didn't see him. I seen KSI, I seen Speed. I seen bunch of Sikhs as well, right? Alonzo Manyfield on the pressure, and he looks bigger than... Oh, Uzdemir got clipped? I'm not joking, bro. Uzdemir on the pressure, lads, eh? He's backing Alonzo Manyfield up, leading with that lead kick, you know. Backs him up. Alonzo Manyfield really not doing well with those jabs, you know. He's very wary of the punches. Look at this big combo from Volkan Uzdemir, and Alonzo Manyfield gets out of the way of the most of the shots, you know. Volkan Uzdemir backing Manyfield up, you know. Backs him up. Uzdemir hits himself in the face. It's like a little wake up kid, eh? Now, this is a former training partner of Chimaev, Uzdemir is. So, you know, if Uzdemir wins, that just means Chimaev can move up to light heavyweight. Ooh, big knee just missed. That was nicely timed, though. Nice leg kick from Uzdemir. Big overhand misses from Manyfield. Level change, back to the middle. Oh, big knee from Uzdemir. Rocks Manyfield, but he's okay here. Big combos, uppercuts, huge uppercuts. He's wobbled against the cage, puts him out cold. Wow. Told you. I literally told you. I literally told you. He was going to hit him with that combo. The exact combo I said he was going to hit, he hit him with. He hit him with the... Bruh, I called that shit. Put him out round 1. I mean, anybody who picked Manyfield, I mean, I don't know how anybody picked Manyfield. I think, I wouldn't be surprised if, like, the Weasel picked Manyfield, you know? Run to me, confess your love, and... Okay, so knee, and then look. Uppercut, I said the uppercut, the 2, okay? Uppercut, 2, boom, uppercut, 2, hook, 3. I mean, if that's not the combo I called, then I don't know what is. If that's not the combo I called, I don't know what is. Oh my days! Now we go into the real fights, brother. The real fights, you know? The guy dangerous on the feet, you can only beat him with wrestling like DC did. Yeah, I know. That's why when DC, you know, when DC was talking to Tom Aspinall and that clip got leaked where he was talking about how Jolton Almeida's like not real comp. And DC was like, yeah, that was the same thing with Volkan Oezdemir. Like, Volkan Oezdemir is not real comp. Bro, Volkan Oezdemir is real comp. He's always been real comp, man. Come on now. He's always been real comp. I've always messed with Alonzo Manyfield. I mean, this guy's only lost to some of the best guys in the div. You know, he lost to Yuri, brutally KO'd by Yuri in Yuri's debut. Put out Johnny Walker. That win is aged great. You know, he's beating guys. Knockout! Vulcan! Falcon punch! Falcon punch! Falcon punch! I just got picked up like a little girl. Top 3 pound for pound. Oh my gosh. 3 Islam, 2 Abubakar, 1 Zainukov. Isn't Magomed Zainukov like a... Isn't he like a... No offense. Isn't he a terrorist? Oh, no. Bro, stop calling Chonko Magomed Zainukov, bruh. Habib Terrorist Gym. Who's the guy? Who's the guy? He was never a part of the team. All right. Magomed Zainukov is his real name? I know it's his real name, bro. Run to me, gun. Bruh, what's this guy's name, man? Relatives of mixed martial artists, relatives of a regional official. Interesting. Amavov in the crowd. Shavikat. Hell no. Get this guy out of here. We do not need Shavkat here. This guy needs to focus on recovery. What is he doing in Dora? Unto me confess. Dagonly has one follower on Topology. What a no name. Bro, I don't know why, but my Topology picks refuse to save. Every single time. I literally press save once I do my predictions and it never saves. The past 2 cards. If my prediction saved on the last card and and uh and this card, bro, I'd be at like a 70% win rate. It's crazy. It's absolute disrespect. Brother, this disrespect, brother. This number one disrespect. I think my predictions rate probably at like a 72 right now, I'd probably say. Shavkat and Mavov Aura. Mavov ain't beating Chimaev. Shavkat, I think Shavkat and Ian Gary are the 2 guys who who have a chance of beating Islam. Anybody else has 0 chance. Your predictions suck. Really? Who said Islam would dominate JDM? This guy. Who said Usman would beat Buckley? You know? Who said Tapuria would beat Beksat Almacan? Me. I said that. Was it Dalby fight Robert? I didn't watch it. Me neither. I didn't watch it either. Funny how Bisping and Vulcan got beat up by DC and GSP on the Fate. Same fight card. Now they're still here. Yes. There was 3 title fights on that card, right? DC. And Vulcan title fight. GSP Bisping. I forget. That was what? UFC 217. How come I can never load this? What is this? Who was on this? And TJ Dillashaw. Wait, what? They weren't on the same card? What are you talking about? They weren't on the same card. It was TJ Dillashaw, Cody Garbrandt. Why is Bilal warming up in the bathroom? I missed that. I didn't see. Let me go back. Yeah, why is he in the back? Why is this guy taking up a handicapped stall? What an absolute boom. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Got beat up by absolute legends of the game, you know? Gary looking frail. Why is he vegan? I don't know. I keep watching that all the time. Whenever I rewatch an Ian Gary fight, I'm like, man, why is this guy vegan? This guy could genuinely be like a Chad. Like, this guy could be in like real good shape. But like, no. This guy refuses to be in like really good shape by a vegan. Vegan? All right, buddy. And you know what's crazy? It's crazy because his nutritionist is, as we all know, his wife's ex-husband. So it's like, I genuinely think his wife's ex-husband is probably trying to set him up. Cause could you imagine Akash Singh versus Ian Gary for the biggest cook of the century? You know, biggest cook of the century, lady. What's up, Bubba? How you doing, brother? You been watching these fights, bro? Biggest cook of the century, y'all. Run to me, confess. Okay, this is for the winner gets the next title shot. I'm doing good too. Winner gets the next title shot. Are you wearing pants? No, not. I am not. Are you ready? Are you ready? Do, 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 do. What's up, Daggles? What's up, Daniel. Daniel. What the fuck is my username? What? Your name's Daniel. Who do you think will win, Bilal or Gary? I'm going Bilal. I'm going Ian Gary by decision or TKO to like ground and pound. I think no. I think he's gonna drop him as Bilal goes in with like a check hook. Ian Gary goes with like a straight, and then Bilal does like this weird. He does one of these, and then Mark Goddard steps in. No, it's over. No, come here, give me a hug, Come on, no, it's over. No, you're done, big time. You hope Bilal. Why do you want Bilal to win? Why do you want Bilal to win? Exactly what he does. Yeah. No, come here. Let me grab your head. Put it on me chest. Put your head on me chest. Yeah, just like that. Yeah. I think that's what's gonna happen. Bilal is goated. Ain't no way. Ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. If you wasn't invited, don't ask to go. Boy, ain't no way. Look, man, I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Come on, man. We be rider. I think Ian Gary will go to a decision, though. I think it could be, Honestly, Dag reminds me a lot of Ian Gary. Actually, I don't remind you at all of Ian Gary. I have nothing like Ian Gary. Alright, I'll get a poll. Who wins Ian Gary. Ian Gary. Bilal Muhammad. Bilal Muhammad. Why is there no one I recognize here? Ian Gary wins, by the way. Don't know. It's because the names are changed. You know Jorge, bro. Crazy how Jorge changed. I swear that wasn't your profile picture like 2 days ago. Ian Gary wins. I think what is his name? The prodigal son? Ian the prodigal son? Loki, that hits hard. Ian the Irish phenom. Ian the Cuck honestly could be like a really decent name, I think. Run to me, confess your lovin'. Bilal's talking about it's not about getting your hand raised. I'm not GSP, I'm Bilal Muhammad. Ian. Wrong guy, wrong night. The West of the welterweight division. I'm here, I'm the best. Let's go. Hey. Everywhere the fight goes, I've got to KO him. I believe this. Yeah. Anyway, anyhow, I'm gonna get the W. I'll do whatever it takes to get a win. This is what I think. Ian Netanyahu. No, not Netanyahu. That would be a banger name, though. Hey, Netanyahu.
We'll kill everybody. I'll stay here. It's my home. Allahu Akbar. Woo!
Thank you. Big Bubba has become a member. Dude, that is the best sound effect I think ever. I think that genuinely that is the best sound effect ever. Yeah, I know. L rug pull, W rug pull, W rug pull. You literally get nothing from this. Becoming a member. You get a nice little sound effect. That's about it. Ian Gary goes up to Shavkat. Yo, why? This guy's such a freak, bro. This guy's such a freak. Ooh, I see, Ian Gary's son in the crowd. You know what's crazy? I have no worries for Ian Gary's son in the crowd because I know he's not getting KO'd by Bilal Muhammad. Like, I feel bad when fighters get KO'd in front of like their children, but it's like there's genuinely no possibility that Ian Gary gets KO'd by Bilal. Ian Gary loves Brazil, Jesus. Yeah, I know that his last name Machado Gary. He literally has Machado Gary in his name just because he's like wants to rep Brazil. He looks good though. He looks like he's in decent shape. I mean, vegan shape, but still decent. I think I'm leaner. I think I'm better. Did you see Yair? He looks huge. Everybody's saying Yair looks huge. I see him in the crowd right now. He doesn't look that big. Maybe when he stands up next to somebody, but like, I'm not Habib. I'm not GSP. I'm Bilal Muhammad. And I got hands like Canelo. Who gave him son? We need to check this, brother. Yeah. Who impregnate wife? Somebody need to check this, brother. Somebody check this moment. These nail clippers. This guy's long nails, apparently. That's like the first time. He looks like a small welterweight or a big lightweight. Bilal, Ian Gary, small welterweight or big lightweight? Bro, Ian Gary would never be able to make lightweight. Never. Damian Maia helped Gary a lot on the grappling fight. Yeah. He's been working with Damian Maia, Charles Oliveira. And I think Charles Oliveira is really underrated takedowns. Well, what the fuck is Ian Gary's life? His family dynamic is so retarded. How? I mean, he just has a wife and a kid who's, and the wife is 20 years older than him. And his personal trainer is his wife's ex-husband. Nothing weird about that. He also has his wife's last name. Nothing weird about that, bro. And I'm pretty sure they have a son who's from the ex-wife that Ian Gary doesn't acknowledge because he refuses to Bilal. Bilal moving hella slow to the cage with his wonky eye, courtesy of Leon Edwards. Bilal should say what's up to Ian Gary's wife. Say what's up to Ian Gary's wife. I want to see Bilal go up to I want to see Bilal go up to Shavkat and go up to Ian Gary's wife and do the exact same thing. Kisses Ian Gary's son. Kisses his wife. Wait, Layla, what are you doing? That's my opponent. Don't do that. Stop it. Sausage party. Yeah, he looks like the pita bread. Sausage party? What do you mean sausage party? Isn't that a movie? Yeah, he looks like the what is it? Was it pita bread? I think it was pita bread. Yeah. Don't let him bully you, son. Hey, Leon, don't let him bully you. You're crazy, Leon. Don't be doing that. See Umanar in the crowd. No Dylan Dan is here. No, surprise. Where's Ignacio's younger brother? I say Ignacio. What's his coach yelling? Where's the kid Bilal was bringing to the island? Exactly. I think he put him back in his closet. Hey, it's like Epstein Island. I'm taking the power of 17-year-olds. Without the sex, without the sex. It's like Epstein Island. Bro, what is Ian Gary doing, bro? Ian Gary's such a virgin, bro. I hate when guys do that. It's so fake. It's so fake. When Charles Oliveira, when Ian Gary, when these guys go to like their opponents' corners and dap up the coach before the fight even starts, it's so corny. It's so corny. Stop doing that. It's fake respect. It's fake respect to try to get into the head of the opponent. It only suits Oliveira. But even Oliveira, it's just like, bro, don't do that, man. Stop doing that shit. But I do agree. If I wouldn't want anybody to do it, but if there's one person I had to choose doing it, it is Oliveira. Bilal should have walked out to Hamza to my theme song. It would have won him the fight. Yeah, I think so. Bilal sleeps him. Bro thinks he's Oliveira. Jew Bronx does it better. Jew Bronx does it. Bro thinks he's actually Jew Bronx. Ian Gary laughing at the booze. Boo, 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 boo. Aiden now as a UFC favorite, you know, eh, lad, eh? Fighting out of Brazil. Oh my gosh, Bruce Buffer is ugly as hell, bruh. Let's go, lad, eh? Blow. I forgot the name. What's his name? 10-0 as a UFC dog versus 8-0 as a UFC favorite. Crazy. Blow's undefeated as a dog. So he was a favorite against JDM. Crazy. Why was he a favorite against JDM? And why is he a dog against Ian Gary? Qatar people want to push Gary off a roof? Nah, they don't. Don't Qatar people like invite OnlyFans models to like shit on them? Isn't that like a real thing that they do in Qatar? So it's like maybe they say they do that, but realistically they don't. That's reserved for like the poor. I'm pretty sure only like the poor countries actually do like any of like the crazy shit. Any of the rich countries, like they just love indulgences. Russian, European girls, yeah, like Ukrainian girls and shit. All right, first round. Bilal already on the pressure. Stomp to the knee by Gary. High kick by Gary. Yeah, this is over, bro. Ian Gary already won the decision. Ian Gary just won. Just telling you right now, Ian Gary won. Ian Gary gets out of the way of the Bilal's Canelo hands. Ian Gary moving forward, staying low. Jab 2 by Ian Gary. Leg kick by Gary. No. Ian says it wasn't an eye poke. Ian says it was not an eye poke. Bilal's cut already. But let's see if it was an eye poke. Oh, it was an eye poke. It was an eye poke. Nah. Bilal, no way this ends in no contest, right, guys? No way this ends in a no contest, right? You have to take a point, though, right? I think you do have to take a point. I think you take a point here. The ref, wipe. Get him a wipe. Gary acting like that wasn't an eye poke. She's like, no. That was not an eye poke. Wipe his eye, bro. Wipe his eye. Why are they not wiping the eye? All right, it was an eye poke. It was an eye poke. I would take a point. I would take a point if you're the ref. I'm taking a point. How do you not take a point? You have to take a point here. That's insane. All right, they start again. Jab by Gary, leg kick by Bilal. They have to be careful of head clashes too, as Bilal's lead hook by Bilal just missed. Kick to the body by Ian. Jab by Ian. See a head kick here, Ian. See a head kick. Gary has Netanyahu ties? Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. He looks like the type of guy to be. Look, Netanyahu is an absolute mad lad, you know. He talked to Layla and he said he loves everybody. Ooh, 1-2 by Bilal. That hurt. That looked good against Gary. Gary's having some trouble. Okay. Long jab from Gary. Head kick by Gary. Jab gets out of the way of the return fire from Bilal. Gary's trained eye poke from the Mossad. Yeah. This is basically Israel versus Palestine right here. Ian needs to get on some put some real sting on his shots. Ooh, right behind the ear from Bilal. And Ian knows that takedown's coming soon. He knows that takedown's coming. A little bit of a pedestrian around here. A little slow. Leg kick from Bilal. Ian slips, and he gets caught coming up. Ooh, nice stomp to the knee by Gary. 2 by Gary. Clinch and they break. Gary lands on the exit. Both land jabs. Dude, this is genuinely Canelo. I think Bilal Loki is Canelo. Leg kick from Gary. That lands. That drops Bilal. Canelo eats a jab. Canelo eats another jab. Long jab. Big overhand misses from Canelo. Ooh, Canelo's getting out of his range here. Head kick from Canelo. Don't really see that in Canelo's game all too much. Clinch for Canelo. Ian Gary's getting held up against the cage. Bilal landing shots. Ian Gary turns. They break. That cut's opening up too. Big 1-2 by Bilal, but these aren't landing clean. Leg kick from Gary. He needs to stay on that leg kick. Ooh, hook just missed. Dude, Ian Gary leaves his chin so open. Bilal's getting trapped, bro. This guy refuses to shoot takedowns. And he's eating leg kicks. And he's not going to be able to shoot as good because he's eating so many leg kicks. Bilal shoots a takedown, single leg. He's spinning Ian Gary. But Ian Gary does a good job. Is that staph infection on Bilal's back or just like a giant ass pimple? Nice elbow from Bilal. Ian Gary reverses the position. They break. 13 seconds left. Head kick just missed. I want to see that head kick. I think that's Gary's round. Ian Gary's round. Bilal, dude. That was a really good round, dude. Yeah. Dude, you're a little bit too much in a rough, dude. Bilal, dude. You're in a little bit too much of a rush, dude. I think 1-0 Gary. I'm going 1-0 Gary. But too close for comfort. Too close for comfort. Are you game? Petit peu. Bilal forgot how to wrestle after gaining his title. No, it's just he's just fighting different styles. I think Ian Gary's a hard guy to take down. With the boom. With the boom. Close round. Yeah, I'd probably give it to Gary, though. Close round. But, yeah, Gary obviously won. Clearly won. My parlay depends on Ian Gary winning, so I think Ian Gary actually won that first round pretty obviously. Actually, pretty dominant round, to be fair, from Ian Gary. Very close round. Not that close. Not a very close round, but clear win for Ian Gary. Bilal's got to start shooting. Ian Gary knows he has to be high output here. Ooh, nice head kick there. Dang Qatar, so round one Bilal? Hell no. Just look at... Dude, the knee is waiting to happen. Bilal's waiting to get kneed right there, I feel. Or like an uppercut. I want to see like an upper... What? No uppercut feints by Ian Gary? Nice body kick from Bilal as he backs Ian Gary up. He's going to shoot here. Jab from Gary. Bilal backs Ian Gary up. Doesn't really land. Kick gets blocked by Ian Gary. See a head kick here, Gary. Show me a head kick. Go 1-2-3. 1-2 head kick. Give him that Leon classic. Ooh, nice shot from Ian Gary on the counter. 1-2 head kick. Right here, Gary. 1-2 head kick. Bilal did not rock him. What are you talking about? Ian Gary's not wobbled. I'm watching this shit live, bro. Not wobbled in the slightest. Ian Gary trying to get taken down by Bilal. Against the cage in the clinch. But these aren't doing much. These are just, some little knees to the thigh. Ian Gary switches his hips. He's about to reverse. 2-on-1. And he gets he escapes. 3 minutes left in the second round. Bilal fakes a takedown, tries to come up. Nice jab from Gary. Stiff jab. Huge jab. Nice stomp to the knee by Gary. I love that. Break that kid's knee, yeah? Bilal shoots a takedown, doesn't get it. Double unders for Bilal. Bilal might look for a trip or a throw. What is Ian doing, mate? Come on, Ian. Do something, lad. Come on. Okay, Ian escapes. Now you get on that pressure. Get on that. Get on that. Get on that, Ian. Ian, lock in. Bilal shoots a single. And he's trying to take down Ian, but he gets it. And he reverses the position. Knees, 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 Ian. Knees, knees, knees. Ian Gary looking for a takedown of his own. And he lets Bilal escape. Ian, you got to lock in here, buddy. 1-2 by Bilal. Leg kick from Ian. Stomp to the knee. I don't know if that was an eye poke. Let's see a replay. There was no eye poke. There was no eye poke. No eye poke. There was no eye poke there. There's no eye poke. He had his fingers closed. That was not an eye poke, bruh. Crazy. There's no eye poke. There's no eye poke. There's no eye poke there. No eye poke there. That was closed. That was closed. Okay, and they start back. All right, head kick from Ian. Double jab. He's throwing legal eye poke. No, that was a frame. That was a frame with closed fist. That wasn't a double jab. That was frame with closed fist. Oh, they're swinging in the pocket here. No one really landed anything there though. Jab from Ian. Bilal shoots a takedown. Doesn't get it. Dude, Ian Gary almost needs to get a takedown of his own here. 1-1. Nah, I don't know. I'd say 2-0 Ian Gary. 2-0 Ian Gary. Bilal 10-8. Gary cheating like his wife. That was a frame with closed fist. Frames with closed fist. That was not an eye poke at all. Nice elbow. Ian Gary needs to lock in, bro. No way Ian Gary sells my parlay ski. Ian Gary better not sell my parlay. You'd rather not. Ian Gary, breathe. Channel your inner cuck, bruh. You have to pull out the cucks of all cucks, bro. You must cuck Bilal. Remember the memories of your wife cheating on you with your nutritionist. Remember the memories of your wife cheating on you with soccer players, Ian Gary. You have to dig deep here. Who's eating goy slop right now? This guy's Ian Gary says 2-0. Ian Gary's thinking the round's 2-0. I don't know. It could be, but it also could be 2-0 the other way. And it also could be 1-1. So, I don't know. Like, this is a hard fight. It's going to be a split decision. But I do want Ian Gary to lock in. I never lost this fight. I beat Bilal Muhammad. I want my ranking. I want my title shot against Islam Makhachev tomorrow. I did not lose this fight. Ian Gary backed up against the cage. Bilal's landing. And Ian Gary, this is where he got caught against Prates when he was like, backed up and leaning and like head movement only. Just break that leg, Ian. Break that leg. I need you to genuinely break that leg. Ian Gary holding Bilal up against the cage. And they break. One, two by Ian Gary. That wobbled Bilal. But he eats it and continues pressing forward. Wow. He ate that. Ooh, spinning back fist. Front kick by Ian Gary. Leg kick. Dude, he's tagging up Bilal here. Let's see somebody here, Gary. Oh, come on, Gary. Piece him up, lad. They break from the clinch. Bilal shoots a single. Doesn't get it. And he gets out of the way of the elbow. Ooh, nice leg kick by Gary. Ooh, nice 1-2 by Bilal. Dude, Bilal's a solid chin on him, though. Pratas was getting rocked by some of these shots. Bilal shoots, single. He's not going to get it here, though. In the clinch, Bilal. Bilal should retire. Yeah, true. I agree. Retire before the fight ends. Head kick from Bilal misses. Get on the pressure, Gary. Nice stomp to the knee by Gary. Break his leg, Gary. Break it, break it, break it. In the clinch, Bilal pushes Gary back up against the cage. Nice job. Bilal tried to go for the double, didn't get it. Good head position from Bilal, though. Ian Gary reverses the position. Ian Gary slipped. Nice try. Head kick here. Head kick. Ooh, nice little... Ian Gary just missed there. Ian Gary on the back foot here. I think he's feeling the pace. He doesn't fight like this. Gets out of the way of the shots of Bilal, though. Bilal's about to shoot. Kick from Bilal missed, and he shoots. Bilal's style is so disgusting. It's literally the same as Merab's. So I agree. Bilal and Merab have the exact same style. And they both suck. So that's why it's so disgusting. Just don't even try to get takedowns. They just try to like push you against the cage and make you think about a takedown. Elbow in the clinch from Bilal, and they clinch again. Ooh, nice elbow from Ian Gary. I think that could have hurt Bilal. More dominating, better boxing than Bilal. Better boxing, you are insane. Bilal's way better boxing than Merab. Head kick here, Ian. Solidify this, mate. Absolutely solidify. Ian Gary shoots a takedown. And they're kind of swinging in the pocket, but not really. They clinch. Ian Gary won? 2-1? 2-1 Ian Gary? 2-1 Gary? I think 2-1 Gary? Close fight. But I don't know. Ian do 2-1. I think it 2-1 Gary. I think 2-1 Gary as well. I think I'm rocking with my boy Ian. Maybe Gary. Yeah, but the thing is, it's in Qatar, so you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. I think my bet was Gary money line. I think it was Gary money line. You gotta remember they're in Qatar, yeah. I said Ian Gary by KO or TKO or decision at a minus 200. This is my parlay. Ian Gary, TKO, KO, DQ, or decision, minus 200. No title shot worthy? Hell no. No way. This guy cannot get a title shot. Oh, hell no. Who won? You look like Derek Lewis. Thank you, bro. I don't think you get a title shot. I don't think you can get a title shot. Ian Gary's thanking everybody. He's like, I want my title shot. I want to fight Islam Makhachev. I just beat number 2 ranked in the entire world, Bilal Muhammad. Bilal Muhammad would never fight Morales title shot. Nah, bro. You gotta go. You gotta go, Bilal. 30-27? 30-27? 30-27? Wow. 30-27? 30-27? 30-20. Oh, I just dominated the number 2 ranked competitor. I beat him 3 rounds to 0. I beat the number 2 ranked UFC welterweight former champion Bilal Muhammad. I beat him 30-27. UFC wants Conor Habib part 2? Yeah. He's the same amount of wins since 2021 as Alex Pereira, Islam, Brendan Allen? Some of the judging has been shit. Yeah. Thirty 29. 30 29. 30 29. 30 27. And 30 29. Who do you want? Ian did win, though. Yeah, he won. Let's go. Okay. We need Ian Gary. Hey, that little speech he just did, it sold me. It sold me. We need that fight. We need that fight. Ian must fight Islam. We need that fight for sure. Do it. Do it. Do it. Islam Gary, make it happen. Make it happen. Let's see. This guy's zero aura. No, that was a fire speech. What are you talking about? Zero aura. Zero aura, you know, lad, eh? Zero aura. Gary Islam. How does Bilal have more aura than you? He doesn't. He doesn't have more aura than Gary. He's nowhere close to the amount of aura as Gary, bruh. Alibaba Connor. No one's gonna be close to Connor. No one's close to Connor. Everybody said Islam was the Timu Habib. Okay? Now look what happened. He's better. Ian Gary versus Islam in Ireland. Make it happen. Neil Magny's soul. I took Neil Magny's soul. I absolutely obliterated and ran through Jeff Neal. I absolutely dismantled the best striker on the feet in MVP, and I wobbled the most dangerous striker ever in Carlos Braches. No, I just absolutely had a close fight with Shavkat. He barely won. I took that on short notice and I dominated the former champion who's never lost in his entire life. I deserve that title shot now. Give it to me. Islam versus Tapurio can happen or not? No, it does not happen. It never happens. We should never see that. Islam Tapuria makes no sense. MVP beat him in a rematch. In the rematch. Bro, they're not having a rematch. What you talking about? We need Kamaru Usman beat Buckley in a decision. Kamaru Usman beat Buckley in a decision. Ian Gary beat Bilal Muhammad in the decision. They're not even close. They're absolutely not even close. MVP beats him, and MVP probably does not beat Ian Gary. I think Ian Gary would win more convincingly in a rematch. I think he would submit MVP in like the first round. He almost submitted MVP in the first round, the first fight. I think he submits him in the next. Dum 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 dum. Let's go, Arman. All right, we need a finish from Arman here. Now, Arman needs a finish. Ian Gary didn't need a finish. Arman needs a finish to solidify himself. He needs a finish to solidify himself as a top contender in the UFC lightweight division. Islam is the Habib Tony? No, we don't need to see Islam versus Ilya. Why would we ever need to see Ilya versus Islam? Oh, hell no. Boy, what the hell, boy? Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way. King Bilal showed respect even if he got robbed and that cuck being cocky after robbery. W. Bilal El Cuck. I mean, he got dominated 30-29. 30-29, buddy. This guy's coming out to Chief Keef? Does Dan Hooker kind of look like a Dagestani? Like, if Dan Hooker shaved his mustache, would he not look exactly like how a Dagestani would look? Like a rebel Dagestani? I could almost see it. Rebel Dagestani Dan Hooker. He almost looks like Saeed Nurmagomedov. Hooker walking out to Big Sosa, yeah. He stole Bilal's music. I think they switched up Dan Hooker to Bilal music. Dan Hooker was supposed to come out to the Ana Lahibi. Arman could low-key pass Cyril. Could low-key pass for Cyril Gaunt? What do you mean he could pass? Yeah, they look at that much alike. Raja Hooker. 30-29. I absolutely dominate. I see Cyril Gaunt in the crowd, actually. Is Usman in the crowd? Probably not, eh? Adesanya's wife. Hooker could win. I really doubt it. I think he gets finished. I think he's going to get finished in like the first 2 rounds. He's going to try to get it. I think Arman's going to take him down in the first round. Dan Hooker's probably going to try to get up to his feet like how he did against Gamrot. And then as he's trying to get up to his feet, Arman's going to circle to the back, lock in the rear naked. Dan Hooker's going to slip out of the rear naked. Then Arman's going to transition to the Darce. Usman is in the lab. He got a title shot to train for. What do you mean? Ian Gary dominated Bilal Muhammad 30-27. Usman was afraid to fight Bilal first off. Second off, he didn't even dominate Buckley. He only won 4-1. Didn't even win every round. Ian Gary won every single round 30-27. Ian Gary also has a win over Prates where he dominated Prates. Okay. Gary Scissorhands didn't even look good. I mean, he absolutely dominated Bilal Muhammad 30-27. 30-27. Dominated. You got 50 on Arman by finish. I got 40 on Arman by finish. You hate Dan Hooker because he's a bum, and if I make it to the UFC by the time I turn 18 in the lightweight division, I'm going after Hooker. You will knock him out. I believe it. I believe you can knock Hooker out. Why don't you start training by going up to like your local strip club and just start knocking hookers out and be like, "This is for this is for you, Dan Hooker. You're next." What's? I think Chimaev's in the corner. Yeah. Let's go, Arman. Yeah. I think Dan Hooker's getting submitted round 1. Easy or TKO'd. I think Arman could TKO Dan Hooker in like a kind of a lackluster fight where Arman takes Dan down, passes to Mount, then just goes like super crazy with ground and pound, and Dan Hooker just can't do anything. He's kind of just stuck on the ground. Hey, I see you, Chimaev. See him in the back. I'm pretty sure people have Chimaev in their corner, not for any actual advice, but just like aura. I think that's the best strategy. Have Chimaev in your corner for pure aura. All right, nobody pull on Arman. He will punch you. Armenian Batman. Who's that in his corner? He looks like the most Armenian man I've ever seen. Carlos Prate's gonna like knock Morales out cold, then Makachev out cold for the belt, and then defend his belt against Ian Gary rematch by knocking out Gary out. Oh hell no! I think Gary does beat Morales though. I mean not Gary. I think Prates beats Morales. He just cuts way too much weight. Hamzat versus Gary. Maybe in the future at like 185. If Ian Gary can beat Islam, I wouldn't mind an instant shot at Chimaev. I'm trying to see who's in the crowd. See Nursultan Ruzaboyev. He's just so cool, man. Arman's just so cool. Dude, Arman's just so cool. D-Rod Loki beats Gary in the rematch. Yeah. I think, dude, why is Arman? I think this guy purposely loosens up his shorts. He gets caught in a submission. All right, 29 versus 35, 5'7", 6 feet. Dan Hooker doesn't have that long of arms. 12 losses, though. Holy. What's the odds on Arman by finish? Minus 145 Arman by finish. I feel like those are insane odds, considering the Arman's a minus 800 favorite. LeBron beats Gary by flying knee. LeBron versus Ian Gary would definitely be an interesting matchup. I think LeBron's on EPO. He's on steroids. So I think he could present some issues for Ian Gary. But I think Pereira would probably chin LeBron. But Ian Gary's like that's like a heavyweight versus a welterweight. Thought Hooker was 32? Hell no. He ain't young, brother. He ain't no young blood. Out the world is the moment you've all been waiting for. Oh, fuck. Doha, Qatar. It's Carlos Prates. Who's your favorite fighter, son? Carlos Prates. Holding a professional record, 13 wins, 1 loss. Headshot, dude. UFC. Opponent fighting. Nutella cake. Plus 550 bet at the house on Raja Hooker. I don't think it's happening, dude. I don't think it's happening. I think it's a tough ask of Hooker to beat Arman. It's a tough ask, buddy. It's a real tough ask. Arman kind of looks like the guy from that one movie, Narnia, the goat. The half goat, half man. Kind of looks like that guy. Like, Arman looks like he could be in, like, the Percy Jackson universe. Okay, no headbutts here, Arman. Do not headbutt this guy. Dude, Dan Hooker's so much bigger than this guy. They touch gloves? Interesting. Goated reference? Dude, he looks like Narnia. He fits in the Narnia universe perfectly. Or he could be one of those half horse, half mans. What, Minotaur or some shit? All right, let's see. Fix the lights. All right, they fight. Touch gloves. Kick from Dan. Dude, look how small Arman looks compared to Dan. Dan's like a 170er, bruh. That means he could get chinned. Nice leg kick from Arman. Hands low. Body kick from Arman. Head kick gets blocked. That's nice. Leg kick from Arman. Teep to the body by Dan. Oh, that teep to the body is money. Leg kick from Arman. Kick to the body by Dan. Kick misses by Dan. Arman backs Dan up. Shoots a takedown on a single leg. Dan defends pretty well. Arman goes for a trip. He lands a trip but doesn't get Dan down. This is good. The clinch is good for Arman because he's so much lower than Dan. You know, he's so much shorter. So he can do well. And unlike Bilal, Arman actually has like trips in the clinch. Not like Bilal who just like stalls out in the clinch. Is Dan's knee cut? Dan's knee is cut open. Arman looking for that takedown, but Dan doing a good job of the underhooks. Arman looking for that underhook. He gets the underhook, but Dan gets away from him. Ooh, nice knee from Arman. That wobbled Dan a little bit, but Dan lands a jab. Arman can't get overzealous. Nice head kick from Arman. Dan misses his head kick back. Ooh, nice little combo from Arman. Don't get overzealous here on the feet, Arman. Nice deep to the body by Dan. Ooh, nice little combo with the boxing by Arman. And Dan's a little wobbled here, I think. He looks a little bit slow, a little bit labored. Nice leg kick from Arman at the end of his combo. Ooh, they're swinging. Dude, Arman, don't get carried away here. Dan doing a good job in the clinch, trying to look for a knee, but Arman's aware of it. Nice knee by Dan. Nice knee to the body by Dan. And Dan's trying to take the back of Arman. Not a good job. Dan going for that guillotine. Wow. Arman right into side control off that guillotine attempt. North-south, kind of from Arman. Dan's looking for a reverse triangle. Arman looking for that crucifix. Arman has a nasty ground and pound too. Arman looking for the crucifix. Dan's also cut under the eye. That's all that scar tissue. Arman doing a good job of getting Dan away from the fence. Arman gets his hand free out of the legs of Dan. He could try to go into mount maybe, but no, Dan's knee is in the way. Dan's blatantly grabbing the cage here with his toes. Arman's again looking for that crucifix. Okay. Arman could land some nasty ground and pound here. Side control. Arman controlling the head and arm. Just making it super uncomfortable for Dan on top. This is so uncomfortable. Just have your head sandwiched between the thigh and arm of Arman. Arman looking for... No, he almost had a choke here. Oh, that is nasty. Nasty elbows to the face. Oh my gosh, look at Dan Hooker's face. He's looking a little ugly. Oh my gosh, his eye is cooked. Can he even open that eye? It's not even cut or nothing. And his eye's just absolutely shut, bro. Please, doctor stoppage. Doctor stoppage. Ooh, there was a little bit of a head clash here. Dude, you could stop this fight. Can Dan even see? I think stop the fight. I think we got to stop the fight here. I think we got to stop the fight. Stop the fight. No. Dude, Dan Hooker looks like a like something from a fantasy movie or something. Two fantasy characters going at it. He cannot see from his eye. You have to stop. You have to stop the fight. Teep to the body misses from Dan. Nice body kick by Arman. Kick back from Dan. Hooker missed. Nice teeps to the body, though, by Dan. Nice teep to the body again by Dan. Those are money. Again, another teep to the body by Dan. Dan's backing Arman up here. Front kick missed by Dan. Leg kick by Arman, and he gets kicked by Dan. Arman shoots a single. Guillotine by Dan. But wow! Arman spins out of it right into the guard of Dan. That is insane. How does one do that? This is just Batman right here. Armenian Batman. I want to see some nasty ground and pound here from Arman. Ooh, nice elbow from Arman. Pass the guard, pass the guard, pass the guard. This guy mauls Ilya? I think he could. Especially considering, the only reason Dan's having success is with the kicks and Ilya's don't got those kicks. Nice elbow from Arman. Elbow from Arman on top. Oh, nice elbow from Arman. Oh, nice elbow again by Arman. Arman going for a TKO finish right here. Another elbow. Hit him with elbows here. Ooh, elbows. Huge elbows from Arman's. Cutting Dan. Make him quit. Make him quit, Arman. Make him quit. Arman's passing to half guard. He's going to pass him out. He's looking to pass him out. But Dan doing a good job of posting with that hand. Ooh, nice elbow. Pushes his face back down. Mic sounds static. Really? But is that in? It's a choke. It's in. And he gets him with it. Head and arm. Head and arm. Head and arm, bruh. Head and arm. Got him with it. Mic is muted. It's not muted, bro. It's not muted. Easy W. Easy W from Arman. Collect them checks. Hey, we stay collecting checks. Easy head and arm. I don't know how he set that up, though. I missed how he set it up. Just landing elbows from mount. How do you get to mount? W parlays. Yeah, easy. Easy W. Second round submission. What did Islam do? Was Islam second or first round? What did he do? And they hug it out. Easy takedown. Easy submission. We beat Ilya. We beat Ilya. He tried that ghillie. He tried to jump the ghillie. It ain't working on us, bro. It ain't working with us. I don't even know if that was in. Dan Hooker lost again. What a bum. UFC record's going to be more losses than wins soon. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah. Easy arm triangle. Guy lost to Felder and Gamrot in robbery wins. And Jolin Turner. Don't forget that Jolin Turner robbery win. Jolin Turner won that fight. He absolutely won that fight. That was an easy win for us. Now he's got to call out Ilya. But this fight was just like a, it was just like it was a little fight, Run from me, confess your love in human name. Bro, Emerson was taking the trash talk personally with the ground and pound. Bro, he's always had some of the most nasty ground and pound. You think this guy can beat Topuria? Bro, this guy destroys Topuria. What are you talking about? This guy obliterates Topuria. What is Topuria going to do? We all know how to beat Topuria. When has Topuria fought a grappler? Oh, Bryce Mitchell. Okay, Bryce Mitchell had success, and Bryce Mitchell had staph infection, had a cold, and he had a bad weight cut. So, could you imagine a healthy 155er who's stronger than him? Bro, we got to stop playing. Easy W. And Arman still looks good. W Bryce. W Bryce. I think Arman and me are in similar shapes. W paycheck for Dan Hooker, though. This guy destroys Ilya. Absolutely destroys Ilya. This guy destroys Ilya. W Armenia. Yeah. This guy's grabbing his dick, bro. Yeah. Arman's got to get that shite. No Patty Pimblett. No Patty Pimblett. January? January? He's ready for January. I'm about it. I'm about it. Yeah. This guy destroys Patty, destroys Ilya. Who else? Destroys Gaethje. Bro, why is the translator getting pictures? Arman speaks English, bro. Easy. He'll take January once, February. We made our money, boys. We made our money. Easily. We made 20 to 34, 25 to 63. Easy W. Absolutely easy. Now, what do we do with this money? Do we take it out? We're slowly climbing back. We're slowly climbing back. We're slowly climbing back. I think I'm down overall, but these smart bets, dude, these two-leg parlays, I think are the best money makers. The easiest money makers are these two-leg parlays. Run to me, confess my name, and hear me say. Win-loss. What's my win-loss? Damn! I'm still down overall. I'm still down overall. By a lot. That's fine. Ian Gary title shot, Vulcan by finish, and Arman by finish? Wait, that's your non-rage bait opinion? Could Arman beat Ilya? Yes, he destroys Ilya. Arman destroys Ilya easily. Easily destroys him. It's not going to be easy for Tapurio. This guy takes him down. I mean, he will take him down. It's gonna be a pretty easy fight. It's gonna be a real easy fight, I think. Ian Gary beats Islam. No, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Does Islam beat? Who wins? I think that's an interesting fight. I think Ian Gary needs a title shot. I don't know who else you do. Who at 170 deserves a shot? Let's get a poll. Who should fight Islam next? Ian Gary? Kamaru Usman. Who else is calling for the shot? Mikael Morales? I think those are the three dudes who are in title shot contentions. Ian is big bro. I low-key forgot. What do you mean? Ilya fled the building. He's scared. Yeah, but once Topuria catches the chin, he sleeps Arman. I mean, when he catches anybody's chin, he sleeps. He sleeps anybody. But does Ilya catch his chin? I don't believe he does. I don't think. When you see Islam grapple Morales, nah, I don't think so. I don't think so. Morales, Usman? Who's betting Usman? How come nobody's betting Ian Gary? No one's betting Ian Gary. What is this? Islam Ian Gary. That needs to happen next. I think he's the most deserving. This is the fight to make it. Topuria doesn't want to fight. He should vacate and F himself. I believe so. He needs to fight Arman. If he doesn't fight, if he actually fights Patty, bro, stop it. Ian Gary and I want to see, dude. I want to see Alexandre Topuria fight. I want to see Alexandre Topuria fight in the rankings. Okay, Ilya got to fight Arman next, but I want to see Patty fight eventually for the draft talk. Yeah, once Arman beats Ilya, I think we should do Patty versus Ilya and do Arman versus Gaethje. No, I think Arman should fight Patty. I think once Arman beats Dan Hooker cosplay Charles Oliveira, same loss by sub. Yeah. But Dan Hooker, I mean, he was always going to lose to Arman. It was just a matter of KO, of TKO or submission. But I think, dude, Arman's going to destroy. Arman's going to destroy this kid. Man, Charles Oliveira's dope. Ah, come on. If Arman beats Ilya, that's going to be brutal. Hype train derail. Yeah, I know, but that's the truth. That's the truth. So what's going to happen? It is what will happen, my brother. Yo. Our coach Shamil Gaziev was dead. Yeah, I know. But he was never good. He was never good. I mean, he's a win over Martin Bidet, which aged pretty well. But Shamil Loki quit. Sergey Spivak was going to do the same thing. I predicted Sergey Spivak to beat him. He's going to do the same thing. Ngannou in a motorcycle beats everybody. Ngannou didn't even want to fight Jake Paul in a boxing fight. So, I don't know. It's an easy fights to make. Arman versus How good did I do on picks? How good did I do on picks? All right, let's take a look. Let me see. All right. So 1 right, 2 right, 3 right, 4 right, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 1, 2, 3. 11 and 3 is fire. 11 and 3. How did everybody else do? How did Magnus do? Right, wrong, right, wrong, right, wrong. Oh my gosh, Magnus is trash. How did Jorge do? Right, wrong, right, wrong, right. Dude, these guys are trash, dude. I'm on 11 and 3. Jeez. Tagir should move up to welterweight. He's so skinny. Tagir needs to move up to bantamweight. He's just so big for bantamweight. But I do think Tagir is on something. I think Tagir is on something. His chin is just like, some of these guys' steroids is like, their chin is uncrackable and you need to go to the body. That's why guys who are on steroids have great chins, but their body is absolutely terrible. Reyes by TKO. You literally have picked Bilal. You picked Bilal and frickin', dude, you picked Bilal and Almacan to beat Tapuria. Bilal and Almacan? You serious? Come on, bro. How you picking these guys? I mean, Bilal Loki got robbed? No, it's 30-27, bro. 30-27. 30-27 and 30-27. DRX. Round it goes. Round and round it goes. Is that Morales guy really gay? No. Gay Morales thinks he will defeat Islam. Nah. I mean, he definitely could defeat Islam. He definitely could defeat Islam. Like, Islam could get chinned by him, but Islam also could take him down and dominate him on the ground. So it's like, you know, it's 50-50. I think Morales, Islam is 50-50, but Ian Gary, Islam is like 50-44, 50-44, and 50-44. That's exactly how it goes. Ian Gary 10-8 Islam first round, and then absolutely destroys him. How are you guys picking Kamaru Usman? He's just acting gay. Yes. Ilya's shivering in his timbers. He already left. He literally already left. But I also think Ilya's going to absolutely destroy him, you know, eh? Ilya has zero negative 0.0001% chance to win if he fights Islam. Ilya can't defend Islam leg kick. No, I think Ilya could beat Islam too. I think Ilya could beat Islam, but at 170, that's a tough ask. I mean, going up 2 divisions and finding success. I mean, come on, bro. That's a tough ass ask. But Ilya definitely could walk down Islam, and yes, he'd probably lose the first couple of rounds. He could probably land that one shot and chin him. You know, Bogdangrad was looking like a crafty pick until Luke chinned him. Yeah, until that. You know what I mean? Come on. Come on. Render me, confess your love and Topuria wins the belt at 170. He would be the first with 3 belts. He would not win the belt at 170. He would not. At 155, I think he beats Islam. But at 170, bro. Come on. 170. This guy probably doesn't even weigh 170. He probably weighs like no, he probably does weigh 170. But like, come on. He's 5'7". He's 5'7". You know? Is Dan Hooker retarded? All he did was kick. Yeah, I know, but he was actually, that's how he was. All he did was kick. That's how he beats Arman. He kicks him to the body. Those teeps were landing and were doing damage. If Arman was a quitter, he had so many opportunities to quit because those body kicks were eating Arman alive, dude. Easily eating Arman alive. And because Dan is just so tall, like what, 6'1"? Come on. No problem, DC diet, 2-3 months, forget. Yeah, but then he'll just be like some fat, then he'll just be like some fat 5'7" guy. Ilya ducking Ghibli. Yeah. I think Ilya loses his next fight, unless it's Paddy Pimblett. If he fights Gaethje, then he loses. If he fights Arman, he loses. If he fights any of these guys. The only guy he beats at 155 is like Paddy. Even like who else is there? Even like Max Holloway at 155. Ilya's not losing to Big Rufus. He is. Gaethje will chin Ilya, and you're gonna see it. Gaethje's gonna come in with those big clubbing hands. He's gonna come in with huge clubbing hands. Ilya's gonna get destroyed by the big roof dog. Huge roof dog. Justin could chop at the legs though. Yeah, I know, but you can't just chop at the legs. I think that's what Max and Volk tried to do, but it just didn't work at all. They tried to like chop at the legs of Ilya, but that was their only game plan, and they were planning on Ilya slowing down and being affected by leg kicks, but that just never happened. You know what I mean? Tired of Gaethje the journeyman? He beats Ilya, bro. I think he beats Ilya. Gaethje beats Ilya. Anybody but Patty gets a title shot for sure. Sorry, I'm looking at something right now. What the fuck is this, bro? What are good? Do y'all go to the gym? What are like some good back workouts? Just a bunch of like pull downs? To beat Ilya, you need to beat Arman or Strickland, Max. I don't even think it's Arman or Strickland. I think the guys who beat Ilya are You need to take Ilya down. But Justin just got like, I think Ilya would come into that fight like underestimating Justin. Bent over rows, pull-ups. Okay. Justin would sleep like Charles? Nah, he wouldn't. Bro, what are you talking about? Justin's one of the most technical strikers there is at 155. He's maybe not the most technical, but the most effective. One of the most effective. One of the most effective fighters, I think. One of the most effective fighters in the striking. Dumbbell rows. Dumbbell rows. Okay. Rows, pulls. Okay, I need to work on my back, bro. Jorge, you want to hear the story, bro? You want to hear the story of the shorty? Why didn't he beat Oliveira then? Who, Justin? Because Oliveira missed weight. I mean, he missed weight. Literally lost his title because he missed weight. And that was the reason. He came in overzealous. He came in there emotional. And, because Oliveira missed weight. And I'd be mad too, dude. Your opponent couldn't even make weight for a title fight. I mean, the first champion who lost their title on the scales. Come on. If Arman comes in with a Kamza game plan against Ilya, I think he can win. I mean, by Hamza game plan, you mean takedowns? Of course, yeah. Takedowns are going to be the easiest way, the path of least resistance, obviously. If Arman comes in with a Hamza game plan, yeah, of course, he beats him. Of course, bro. Hamza is a child. Bro, people actually think Ilya loses to Arman? Let's see the full story. Nah, it wasn't even that crazy. I was just working, bro. And there was like a group of shotties who were at my work posted up doing their own thing. And one of them comes up to me. He's like, yo, my friend fucks with you. I'm like, oh shit, for real? She's kind of cute type shit. And I'm just like, that's what's up. And then her friend keeps up coming. I'm working because it's busy as hell throughout the night. And this friend keeps coming up to me. She's like, my friend's shy. Don't be a pussy. Literally being like, don't be a pussy. Don't be a pussy. I'm like, I'm not. I'm working. You know what I mean? And, I was talking to her as I'm working, but like I'm working, so I'm not making no moves or nothing. So I was just waiting for me to end my shift to talk to Shorty, but I ended my shift at like 12 o'clock, 12 something or whatever, 11:45 or whatever it was when I was texting y'all. And by the time I was dipping, bro, she dipped too. So I was like, okay, well, that's ruined. And she was beautiful, bro. She was beautiful. I looked at her and I was like, this is my wife. This is my wife right here. And she's not like some Toronto thing either. She's like just outside of Toronto too. Like she's not like she's in like the the countryside of Toronto. So she's not a Toronto thing, which is great. You do not want Toronto things. Toronto things are like they're like Miami. Toronto things are like Miami things. You know what I mean? The Miami ting of Canada is a Toronto ting. You know? So like Toronto things are getting flown out to Abu Dhabi. They're getting flown out to do a little visit with Hasbullah. Hasbullah's shitting on Toronto Ting's chest. You know? Ilya married a Toronto Ting. Basically, he did. I mean, he married the American version of a Toronto Ting, a Miami Ting. And look how that turned out. R.I.P. that brother. I can't believe no one voted Ian Gary. Oh, y'all cray, y'all cray, bro. Y'all for real cray. All right, I'm dipping. I'll be back later. Maybe records a little video or something today. We'll see. All right, peace, boys. Thank you for being here. RB, Jorge, Wiz Aiden, Bro Fard, everybody. Thank you. Peace.